Okay, it's that time again. Season 9 of Sea of Thieves starts tomorrow, and I'm gonna need a lot of disclaimers for this one. This is not the Season 9 video you want to see, but I'll explain in just a moment. I've been playing the game since launch, and I've been a Sea of Thieves partner for almost exactly 2 years to the day, which I did not realize until I was actually writing the script to this video. My point is, I love Sea of Thieves, which is why I'm highly critical of Rare's choices as I want the game to continue thriving. But you're here for a hot take, right? Let's begin with the bad stuff first, then we'll cover the good stuff. Like a compliment sandwich, but reversed, and without one piece of bread. A reverse compliment pizza. Yeah, that metaphor works just fine. Season 9 has me extremely whelmed. Don't get me wrong, a quality of life update was/is sorely needed, but to me, a real quality of life season would be major server improvements, cheating prevention, hit reg progress, or big bug fixes. Now, the new world event scaling will be super helpful for newer players, although there's a whole separate discussion to be had about whether or not making everything easier actually cheapens the gameplay loop and potential for player interactions. Season 9 really feels like it was just thrown together last minute, or specific features that normally would have been in your average patch were specifically held back to build a quote-unquote new season. We do know that Rare originally intended Season 9 to be guilds, but according to their podcast, they needed more time on that feature. So you have to remember, these seasons are now lasting 4 months. That's only 3 seasons a year. A season this light only puts more pressure on Season 10 to be incredible. In a vacuum, this would actually be just fine for a filler season, because after all, we are getting a new prestige chest to steal, along with added benefits for the Reaper chest. However, we've been stealing chests since the game came out in 2018. This isn't anything especially new and doesn't build new tools into the sandbox. They could have even just added the Reaper rowboats back into the game this season for an easy win with the community. All of this aside, it's clear this season was likely aimed at the new player experience. Look, I'm self-aware enough to realize, as someone who plays Sea of Thieves as their literal job, my experience in the game is the minority of the minority. However, I do believe that even the players who casually play the game a couple times a week will soon realize that nothing really has changed and get bored a couple weeks in. Look, if you're excited about Season 9, I am super happy about that. I am not trying to make you hate the game, I promise. I just always try and make a point to keep my content 100% truthful and without any sugarcoating. For those of you who do think I'm just trying to be a hater or a contrarian, let me remind you that in the Season 9 content update trailer, a headline feature was that you can now get 3 gems from mermaid statues instead of 1. Let that sink in. That's a footnote of a footnote in a weekly patch note. Okay, Band-Aid ripped off, that's the bad stuff. If you want to watch a much more eloquent discussion with proper references and a silky smooth accent, I highly recommend checking out Shiny Ray's latest video on Season 9 after you finish here. It sums up my thoughts exactly, and I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Now, content aside, a new season does mean a more active player base. I'm actually looking forward to the increased activity around Fort of Fortune, with the new Chest of Fortune as a reward, and the Fort of the Damned with a new skull, making that fort easier to activate. To be honest, I've kind of lost the thrill of the steal over the years playing Sea of Thieves, as I have plenty of gold and I don't really care for commendations or faction rep. That being said, the new Chest of Fortune comes with some pretty badass cosmetics, which will likely be the main content for all creators over the whole course of Season 9. You can watch me attempt to steal as many as I can over at twitch.tv/blurbs, where I stream every weekday and most weekends. I really do hope I'm wrong, and Season 9 is an incredible season and keeps people playing into Season 10. But please pay attention to what I'm about to say, because as I said earlier, the last thing I want to be in any of my content is positive just for the sake of being positive. I believe that sets a bad expectation for the game and has the potential to leave players disappointed and frustrated because creator XYZ said that this will be the best season yet. At the end of the day, you decide whether or not this is a season worth playing, and don't let anyone, not even me, take that from you. As always, thank you guys so much for watching.